Yo, what's up YouTube? What's up Raider Nation? It's your boy Mr. Raider Kid here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, subscribe, share. If you're a Raider fan, you should be subscribed. If you don't like me, that might make sense why you're not subscribed. But I'm hoping to get that number to 2,000 during this season. I'm at 1,500K. 1,500K? Does that make sense? I'm at 1,500 subscribers right now. So that's cool. I'm hoping for 2,000. That's my goal for this season, midway. Hopefully we can get there. So if you got Raider fans, fucking shoot them to your homies, man. Whatever, your vatos, your primos, whatever, your comadres, just fucking tell them to subscribe. You ain't even gotta watch it. You know, you're on your way home from work, you gotta sit in traffic, pop my video on and listen to me talk. I kind of like to do that, and like a podcast almost, and I kind of want my videos to be somewhat like that. Podcasts are always fun, kind of listen to people. That's the point of it, you know, conversation. So before we get started, of course, the hat, the fit, you know, really simple. I've probably worn this shirt before. It just says Raiders down here, and it has a logo at the bottom. I cut off the sleeves to make it a cut off. And then this hat is one of my favorite hats. I wear it probably all the time. It's one of those, you know, the so-called dad hats, but I like it. It's something I can wear around the house and not worry about dirtying or it getting fucked up or anything like that. But yeah, it's got a cool silver along, and it has black mesh in the background. That I like a lot, along with this like gray material. So it's cool, man. It's cool. So turn off my mic right there. Let's talk about Saturday. Raiders, Rams, Los Angeles, the LA Coliseum. Bro, this game was fun. The day was amazing. And I'm gonna start from the beginning. So I worked on Saturday, and this is why a highlight video did not come out. I know I said I wanted to do that, but honestly, there wasn't any highlights in this football game. And if you watched the game or if you were there, then you'll know, you understand. And honestly, when I got home, I was extremely tired, man. I was burnt out. It was a hot day. It had to have been like at least 90 degrees outside. It was in that hottest time of the day. It was around 1 o'clock. And I had work that day, so I got up at 1:30 in the morning, man. I had too much excitement that I was going to go see the Raiders in my backyard. I wasn't going to drive, wasn't going to pay for parking. Like, just the fact that I could take a metro over there and literally walk out and just walk to the stadium was awesome. Was awesome. Stress-free, man. So, woke up at 1:30, went to work at 3 a.m. and I was there, and I didn't get to leave too early. I left around 11:15. Came home, showered. By the time we got on the metro and took off, it was about noon. So by the time we got to Union Station, it was about 1. So it takes, you know, close to an hour. There's a lot of stops on the way there. Um, and then I didn't know how to get to that blue expo line. And shout out to this dude Matt. I met this guy Matt. If he ever watches this video, or if he ever finds me, or maybe I'll just tell him go subscribe or something. He was a really cool dude, man. Shout out to you and your homie. His homie was wasted already on the train. So we kind of gave or take, or give or take, like how long he was gonna last. I think I saw them. There was a bunch of commotion down on one of the lower sections. I think I saw them, but yeah, really cool dude. They you know, let us tag along, like, hey, follow us, and so we tagged along, and then there was just two other Rams fans, a dad and his son, and they were really cool. And everyone was just enjoying themselves, super excited to, you know, come together and make this new thing a rivalry, right? Because this ultimately is now the new battle of LA. It's not the Chargers and Rams, because the Chargers doesn't even feel like they play there. I think they had a game that day too, and nobody knew. At least I didn't until I saw it on Twitter. But got to the game, finally walked. We missed the whole entire first quarter, which was fine. I just didn't know what the hell was going on. The score, I think, was like 7-0 by the time I got to my seat. I think the Rams had just scored, and I didn't realize how they scored until I watched the highlight, and I was like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?" That shit looked, looked like he threw it, but let's not get into that tuck rule bullshit again. Um, Got to the seats, man. I think it was in like row 80, section 17, by close to behind the end zone. It was a lot of fun. It was hot outside. It was really hot. It was like 90 degrees. I probably overdressed. If you know me, you know how the fuck I get down, dude. I had Raider sleeves. I had Raider gloves. I had my Raider socks on, and my shorts. I didn't realize that the strings of my shorts didn't fucking were gone, so my shorts were falling down. It was a mess. But I mean, it was so much fun though. Shout out to Mel for getting me those tickets for my birthday. The day was awesome, man. I had so much fun. I was seeing people I knew just sitting there in my seat. I caught Danny Boy that I met over. He was a couple sections over. I saw him walking up the steps, and I stood there and I waited to get his attention, and finally got his attention. Said what's up. But the game though, the game itself, man, was very vanilla, and that's why I didn't put out the highlight thing. I was very tired, and I slept way too long, and then Sunday kind of came and gone really fast. The game was vanilla. I was like asking around, like, hey, how did Carr do? Like, hey, how did Goff do? Nobody knew, and I was like, are you guys stupid? Are you just like wearing the gear and drinking beer to be here, or what the hell? Um, but turns out they didn't play. The whole offense didn't play. A couple of defensive starters played a series, and that was it. These guys didn't play, and that surprised me, but then also made sense once I realized, like, I see what Gruden and McVay did. And then, they're buddies. That's his mentor right there, John Gruden is. So it makes sense. You play them week one, a few weeks away. You're not going to want to show them anything, not even a lick of what possibly you could be doing. Audibles and looks and anything, scheme wise, nothing. So, um, definitely, definitely understand. Definitely is cool with it. I think just being there was awesome. Just sitting there and seeing the sea of Raider fans, flags and everything. And of course, you had, there was Ram fans there, obviously, but the amount of Raider fans I saw was crazy, man. When I was walking to my seat, all I saw was silver and black. It's all I saw, and all kind of Raider fans, man. You know, it was awesome. It was awesome. And of course, you had your fights, you had your scruffles, and you had your people getting each other's faces. There was a few. Um, and alcohol, man, alcohol is the number one causer. And I hate the people, I cannot stand the people that say alcohol is not an excuse for an adult to act that way or something like that. Then you obviously have never drank in that much to get like that, to an uncontrollable state. Like, that shit happens, and people are emotional. People are emotional, and you say the wrong thing, you're gonna tick someone off. And the girls too, man. The girls are wildin', dude. I seen these group of Ram girls like throwing up signs and like doing scoreboard numbers and like, ooh, like if that was my girl, I would have sit her ass down and said, don't sit your ass down. Don't start no bullshit. Because guess who has to fight at the end of that? The men. And sure enough, here comes the guy. He's climbing up the steps. And they were talking to like Raider girls and whatnot. And they got in each other's face, but the pussies didn't do nothing. But I mean, it was entertainment, man. That shit was entertaining to me. I was watching that more than I was watching the football game. Uh, for the football game wise, though, the only people that were standing out to me, man, Mo Hurst, P.J. Hall, and Shalik Calhoun in the defense, they were coming off that ball quick, man. They were getting to that pass rusher. I think Maurice Hurst even had a sack that was nice. James Cowser had an interception. That kind of lit the crowd up, kind of put us back in the football game. It made it a little exciting. It made it worth the cheer. I wanted to cheer. I wanted to hear the crowd go crazy. Um, and then I think it was 15-16. We had a chance to, we could have tied the game, but John Gruden did not want to go into overtime, so he went for two. He said he did everything inhumanly possible to avoid overtime. But the experience was awesome, man. Man, when the Rams players were getting booed, their coaches were getting booed, their cheerleaders were getting booed, their legends were getting booed, even the Rams kids were getting booed. Like, there was no mercy, man. Of the amount of Raider fans in this was a dub. And I'd be lying if I said I did not expect that. I expected that completely. I expected all the Raider fans to be there, full force. Everybody that's been in the long journey in the past 4 years, when it came to all the LA rallies, the one started in Staples Center, to the one at the Rose Garden, to the Bosa Chica, bonfires at the beach, like, I expected it. It was so cool to see, like, to finally see it, finally see the Raiders in LA after all that we came through. But all that, I met some really cool people. I met Michael, the real Raider way. I met Danny Boy, Nella Raider. I met Marshall, and Mikey Raider, Samoan Raider, Andy. Like, all these dudes now that, Dylan. But I met all these guys through this one cause. And even though we didn't win at the end of the day, we're moving to Las Vegas. It was awesome. It was awesome sitting there in the Coliseum, my first time there, and seeing all these people that we had gone together for the past 3 to 4 years trying to make our voices heard in LA, finally getting to enjoy. It was a little bittersweet moment, you know. Finally getting to enjoy being there and watching the Raiders, man. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was definitely a Raider crowd, no doubt about it. I know all the papers were talking about it. You got some naysayers saying that that's not real. I guess the PA announcer at the Rams games, they had this thing where it's like, whose house? Rams house. Every time he said that, whose house, the whole crowd went Raiders. You had your Rams people trying to outvoice the Raiders, but there was too many, man. The ratio was probably like 8-1, maybe 10-1. Um, there was like complete rows of Raiders and maybe like a couple Rams in between. I saw my boy Alex's uncles. That was cool. That kind of made my day spotting them. They're big Rams fans. They're season ticket holders. And I ran up to him and was like, "Hey, you can't sit here." Shout out Mikey Raider. I saw Mikey Raider on my way out. I said what's up to him. Um, and like I said, I spot my boy Danny, and it was cool, man. Running into these people, and then on my way home on the metro, I ran into my boy Oscar and his brother-in-law Izzy. So it was just a lot of fun, man. Being in the backyard and watching the Raiders and being in LA and showing, what we've been trying to show, making our point, like, hey, man, LA is still predominantly Raiders. Until the Rams win the entire city over, it's gonna stay like that. But even I don't, Raider fans don't jump ship like that. At least these don't, unless they're in Oakland and they're still sad about moving to Vegas. Raider fans don't jump ship, uh, unless you're a MAGA Raider fan and you don't like the fact that Marshawn Lynch sits on the bench during the national anthem and you're not going to watch a Raider game. I can't believe these people. I even saw someone say that if Mac doesn't, or no, if the Raiders signed Colin Kaepernick, that he would have never watched a Raider game again. Please, oh my gosh. Cry me a river. I don't like Colin Kaepernick, but if we signed him, I'm not going to stop watching Raider games because of that, because he took a knee, because he feels like his culture is singled out like that, and they're fucking true, man. Poor dudes are getting gunned down for no reason because their color of the skin. So whatever. That's a whole nother topic I do not want to get into because that's how you unsubscribe. Well, if you're new here, if you're a Raider fan, you should subscribe. Um, it was awesome, man. I don't know how many of you went and how was your experience. I like to say my personal opinion. I think the ratio was maybe 10-1. Maybe 8-1, what I first said. But there's I think I saw something that said 69,000 in attendance for a preseason game. Preseason game. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure you can go and you can take Rams preseason games before this one and Raider preseason games before that one and see the attendance levels there and then kind of do your math and do your thing and let the numbers speak for itself. But yeah, man, that was great. That was awesome. This video is way too long now. If you stuck by at the end, I appreciate you. I love you guys. I got a video. We'll get a video coming out later in the week. We'll talk about the Packers game 3. The starters might play a full quarter, so this is where things are getting rolling, man. We're gonna be in Oakland for this preseason game. So here we go. Couple more weeks, baby. We got week 1, Rams. Oakland, Monday Night Football. It's going to happen. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited, guys. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know. I want to know about your experiences at the Coliseum if you went on the game on Saturday. Or if you watched it on TV and what did you see from the crowd? What were they talking about? Because I missed out on that. I forgot to record the game like an idiot. But yeah, guys, I'm Mr. Raider Kid. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry this video is so effing long. But I'll see you later in the week, guys. Take it easy.